going on, y'all? Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast, where we discuss, debate, and sometimes argue on movies and TV shows, old and new. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz.
And I am Jason. A few house rules before we get into this review. 1, please have fun. 2, please like, share, subscribe. Let your people know, let your friends know what we are doing over here at the Was It Good Though. Number 3, we will be spoiling this review. So if you haven't seen it, stop here and come back after you've seen it. And lastly, and certainly not least, this is not a kid podcast in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So if you want to listen with your children, that is on you. That is not on us. I am here to let you know. Please stop or continue. Let's get to this review.
She gonna be in there not like us. I'm not...
You said you done with rap.
I am.
You done with rap? Why you done with rap? This is a great time to get started.
Jason lying.
No, I'm done with it, bro. I'm done with it because I don't like how they judge this one. There's a few people that was fair, and I talked to them in text thread, but you ain't gonna see me talking about it on the timeline no more. Is my shit? I feel like my shit lagging a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely some biases, but I mean, shit, it was like that with Pac and Big, Jay and Nas. It's always gonna be like that. It's gonna be I mean, that's why I was talking to y'all yesterday about my boy who was saying that Drake wasn't wrong for sleeping with Wayne's girl. Like that's wild to me. That's crazy bias.
But when I say bias though, it's a difference between West Coast versus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of divides things where you kind of, okay, I can see where things go, but it was just like niggas in Memphis rooting for Kendrick is kind of crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not saying that they can't like, Kendrick music, but
yeah, that would surprise me though, actually, because I feel like y'all are some true Southern niggas, and I can see like y'all maybe like Drake might rub some of them the wrong way. Because I got some people, and maybe I don't know. I've never been to Memphis, so maybe I'm assuming, but I could just I could actually see them not really fucking with either one, but I could see if they had to choose, probably going with Kendrick.
Yeah, I definitely think they more of a Cole fan. But then Drake concerts keep getting canceled, so maybe that's the Drake effect. I don't know.
Oh, Cole's concerts be getting canceled.
Cole ain't even coming to me. He came to Little Rock though, which is crazy to me.
I mean, shit, ain't else with Little Rock. I mean, respectfully,
we got so much shit coming up.
Yeah,
we cooking. We cooking. What's this? We got 3 this week, huh? Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Well, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Y'all good? Y'all ready? Anything y'all need?
Nope. We're in the future.
What's good, people? This is the Was It Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows. I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
And I am Jazz.
And Jazz, we are back with we back with one of our favorite guests. Sorry, there's no favoritism, but it is. Because we're in our horror movie bag this week. So of course, when we get our horror movie bag, we always love to bring in our guy Chris. Chris, how you feeling, my brother?
I'm doing good. Had a nice weekend. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. And yeah, man, like I said, today's been a day. It's been a day, bro. I'm scrambling, trying to get this shit together and trying to get to the podcast and hearing shit falling and tumbling. I'm like, but today is cool because I know it's my daughter that's doing it. So I go in the bathroom. She done pulled the blinds out the window. She done broke a bottle of cologne. I'm like, oh my God, I just had a bottle stolen out of my car because I forgot to lock the doors. And I'm just like, bro, that's 2 bottles in like 2 weeks. Like, what the fuck? But not to add injury to insult, I also got fired today. So that actually did happen. So, Jasmine, we were talking about it on the timeline. Sometimes you got to be careful with what you speak.
Yo,
you was being for real, like.
I'm for real, and I'm not. It's not like an emotional thing. I'm not tripping on it because I sucked at the job, and that was I said this a long time. What?
I'm sorry. If you would have told me this prior to this episode, you wouldn't be getting these facial reactions because this is I'm
it's
in shock.
real. No, it's real. It's a real thing. And it's just me being transparent here. And it is what it is, because that's what it is. But it also ties into people being sucky on a job. Episode 102 is about Abigail. I'm not talking about Melissa Barrera. I'm talking about the crew in the movie. But with this review, Jazz will be leading us on today. So I'm going to kick it off to her.
Man, listen. Yo. Let me see if I can get it together.
It is together. If I'm together, you good.
Oh, you right. You right. All right, we here. One sound, one band, all of them. Yes. Abigail for episode 102. We start out with a crew that's obviously on a job. Like Jason was saying, folks wasn't on it because there's no way somebody heard these were the best folks in the positions that was needed for this particular job. Chris, this opening scene, obviously we see a young girl dancing. Yeah, Abigail, we already know this bitch is a ballerina because we saw that in the trailer. They're on a job, obviously, to go ahead and scoop her up. Do you remember how many people was on this job?
Was it 5?
Nah.
Yeah, I think it's
6.
6. Who's the 6?
Freckles. Or
damn, I forgot the names. We had Melissa Barrera.
Wrinkles, yeah.
Wrinkles.
Yes. So you had 6 that was on this job.
You got the driver, the hacker, the muscle, the cop, the druggie, and then you got the military guy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I feel like you just don't need that many people for a job like this. Why is there a druggie? Like, I would have had to cut my calls and be like, look.
Yeah, to be honest, she was really not needed. I guess her only position was like to make sure the girl didn't die when they gave her the drug. But I feel like anybody could have just checked the pulse, for real.
Right. Would you have hired this crew?
I mean, technically, they did get the job done.
Here you go. Chris.
I mean, technically. I mean, like, we know what happened later on, but, I mean...
Would you have hired them for a job?
I wouldn't have hired Angus Cloud's character, so he's out. Because he was wild. I probably wouldn't have hired... You don't need muscle for a 12-year-old girl. How was she 9? I think they said she was 12, but she looked younger. She looked like 9 to me.
She's way older in real life, but that's fine.
Yeah, but to me, she's like a real little girl. So you don't need muscle for a little girl. So you don't need Peter. So that's down to 4. You really don't need Melissa Barrera's character because all she did was check the pulse. So that's 3. So you got the sniper. You got the what do you need a hack? Well, I guess they were hacking the security, the system. So you need her. I guess the cop, I guess, is the point man. So you just need a 3, really. And the sniper, that seemed like overkill. So
I agree. I don't know why they needed a sniper. It just seemed like they was just like, let's get as many bodies for this job as we needed. But obviously we understand why you needed so many people. But if I was on this job, I would have asked, why do we have so many people?
I mean, so to be fair, they were asking the questions that needed to be asked, but they weren't moving they weren't moving with a sense of urgency. Because at some point, I'd be like, this is a setup. We're up out of this bitch.
You thought it was a setup from the jump?
Hell yeah, I would have thought that because they was like, who is she? Don't matter who she is. Give me a phone. What you need my phone for on a job like this? What can happen?
And why
people though?
And why is it 24 hours?
You had a hacker in the house. It's like what you give her Wi-Fi. You can control anything from that part to an extent.
No, that's true. They definitely.
Yeah, you did ask a good question though. Why 24 hours?
That would have had me sitting here like, so we at somebody else's crib.
It's a ransom though. That was the jig that they were pushing off.
The way he was selling that was kind of creepy.
It's Giancarlo.
I know, but he's 24 hours.
Nothing.
Just babysit.
I'm sorry. He's one person I never would trust. Like his face is not a trusting face. Like nothing about him is ever trusting.
He do give off slimy a little bit.
A little bit.
He's probably a
A
nice
lot.
guy in real life, but yeah, he does play like a very conniving character too well.
Yeah, he does. He definitely seems like he's sweet seeing him at Comic Cons and stuff like that when the fans just geek out. I'm like, oh, and he was in Tampa Comic Con last year, Chris.
Was he?
He
Oh, damn.
was,
Damn.
but like $120 for a picture, I
Ooh.
could
Which is
Photoshop that.
which is crazy. I didn't know they was doing that, man. Well, that's Comic Con is a rich man's game.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially if you want to experience it to those levels.
Mhm.
But it is what it is. So we got our crew at the house. Obviously, they got Abigail, drugged her up, put her in a room, and it's just like they're here for 24 hours. And so these are supposed to be professionals. Jason, why are they playing a game, Name One Truth, if y'all can't even know y'all names? Like, that makes
I
no sense.
I mean I get, man, I truly don't know what the objective of this game was, unless it was just to show that Melissa is a great reader of people. So she, toward the end, she understood what she could trust Abigail. I guess that's the only thing I can see in that situation. Because she should have been able to read Giancarlo's character, of if anybody. That's the one she should have actually been able to read. But being able to read Abigail's characters, I'm assuming that's what it came from, or why that was even a thing. Because yeah, not.
Well, since we learned about our group of everybody here, Chris, out of all the people in this group, did you have anybody that you like preferred or was rooting for that you wanted to survive?
Probably Wrinkles. Definitely him. He seemed like the most calm. I mean, all of them are bad people because they kidnapping a kid, but him and Melissa Barrera's character are probably the least bad. But also I want to like just like circle back to when they were playing the One Truth game. Technically, like they blamed her at the end, but they were paying her. Like she read one of
Right.
them and then they offered to pay. Like so they were kind of testing her because I think she just did Angus Cloud's character, I think. But she did someone first, and the rest of them were like, all right, like Frank. He was like,
Yeah.
I'll give you 100. So he was kind of full of shit to blame her at the end when he offered.
I
Or he
mean,
asked her to do it.
yes, but I think he was only doing that to just so they would take the blame off of him. Because why are you busting in that room with your mask off?
Oh, you talking about
I'm talking about like when Frank, they were just like the girl saw Frank's face, so they couldn't leave her there because they was just like, well, if we leave Frank, Frank gonna snitch on everybody. Which I'm thinking in my mind, if y'all think he gonna snitch, why don't you just kill him and then leave the house and just leave the girl there and make the call and like say that she's there?
well, I don't think they were killers. Like maybe Wrinkles may have been, but like I don't know if Cloud's character, Melissa, I don't know if they were necessarily killers. So I think that would have been kind of I don't know if that was on the an option for them.
So would you leave somebody alive that knew who you were with the possibility of them snitching on you?
Well, really, they didn't know who they were. They know descriptions, but I don't know. I might roll the dice, honestly, because they don't know their name. So it's risky for sure, but like you could still probably because what are you gonna just Google like drug addict who hasn't seen their kid? You know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna Google rich people, you know what I'm saying? So you just going to offer description. So I actually probably would have, you know, and Frank, that was Frank's fault. He knew the rules that Melissa's character was the only one, Joey was the only one supposed to have been in, and he jumped in there without a mask on. So that's on him.
Yeah. But I think he was definitely trying to put the heat on her, saying, well, she's the one who said everybody's business earlier in the movie. So it's
Well, he's
just
a
like,
dirty cop, so I expect,
well, yeah, his
yeah,
character is definitely flawed. I thought he was an asshole way at the beginning of this movie
hmm
because obviously you have Peter that's just like the funny, big, swole dude. I
hmm
wasn't a fan of his character, but it is what it is. He just seemed like he was trying too hard to be funny.
I
I
like
agree.
he was the only one funny to me. Everybody
Sammy
else
was
is
the
trying
one
too
that was
hard.
funny to me.
Sammy, who is Sammy?
Sammy.
Angus.
No, that was the blonde girl, or
Oh,
yeah, the blonde
Oh,
girl.
okay.
she was kind of funny. Yeah.
She
She was. So you wasn't feeling Sammy.
nah, I liked her character, but I thought the muscle was a lot funnier though to me. Like he was hilarious in the second act.
I do think he got a little funnier. Like in the beginning, I was like, but as it went on, I did think that like his character got a little bit better. But I think it was more so like the lines and not necessarily him. I think it was just the script in the beginning.
Yeah, the Act One, trash. I think
Yeah,
the beginning of this movie was trash. Like
trash.
everything, yeah, the whole beginning of the movie was trash.
Mm,
From even the first two kills, trash. I didn't like anything about that.
mm.
The
I didn't like
movie's
was
not
off
that
screen.
long.
It's an hour and 40 minutes, so at least
I,
30 minutes was trash.
I actually thought it was kind of like I actually thought it was a little bit too long, actually. Like the my
Bingo.
first
That
watch.
1000%. It was all,
Yeah.
everything was too long, but Act Two was perfect though, in my opinion.
Mm,
Act Two was perfect. Like when she was getting on their ass, I was like, oh hell
yeah.
yeah, turn this. I was cracking up. Everything just hit at that point. But yeah, nah, it was. I don't know. Something about the pacing was off.
Yeah, the first time, my first watch, I was like, okay, I'm liking this, but it feels like the pacing, like it was like some editing that I think needed to occur, like maybe like 10 to 15 minutes. Like, God, Jazz, why you laughing?
Okay, cool.
But nah, I was just I was just watching it and I was kind of thinking the same thing. It was just like a tad too long. I didn't think Act One was trash. Um, to be
So
honest, uh-huh,
let me ask you this:
uh-huh.
where does Act One end for you, Chris?
I would say Act One probably ends maybe around Angus Cloud's death, maybe. I would say that's like Act One. Then Act Two, I guess, is from that point on, maybe till when Sammy gets turned, maybe around that time.
Okay, I'm with you, Jazz. What about you? And
I
I'll
kind of
tell.
like what Chris said.
I'm with him, but I actually include Wrinkle's death in Act One because
Ah,
that's when it
mm,
was like, okay, who's killing everybody, and that's when they started to blame each other. They turned on each other. So that's what I went with. Act Two starts when she went to Frank or the cop about the death. So
mm.
that was something I was just thinking about. But yeah, that's at that point when they got blamed, that's when it started to get real good. 'Cause when they went in that room and they were talking to her, they were fighting. Everybody pulled guns on each other, and she stood up. She said,
Yo, no, no. Sammy said, y'all, y'all see this? She was the first one out the door. Why the motherfuckers is looking like, what is happening? Like, Sammy was out of there. But I thought she was about to go ahead and bite Peter on the neck. I'm glad
Mhm.
that she didn't do it in that moment.
Mhm.
Yeah. Joey, bitch, why are you the last one to get out this room? We done had two people already leave out. Why are you still looking at this girl? And she's coming straight to you. Chris, if you were
Mhm.
in this scene and you were in Sammy's position and you
Mhm.
see Abigail fucking up her wrist, getting out of the cuffs,
Mhm.
how are you reacting?
I mean, I probably would have reacted like Sammy did. I would have told everyone and been like, got their attention, and then once they get their attention, leave, and let them fight off of it. Because also they don't even know each other. So I wouldn't necessarily let someone die per se, but like they not like they friends either.
Do you think maybe warning them would help you to where she would attack them and then that would give you a head start to get away?
That's what happened, isn't it? Didn't she go after she went after Peter first, like she jumped on him, I think, right?
Well, yeah, Peter was still there because they was trying to because I forgot who she had jumped on, but Sammy had already left. I'm asking,
Yeah.
are you doing that with the thought of if she gets them, that means she won't get me. I'll have a head start.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, I feel like Sammy had the right idea. Like you warned, like once she warned them, like she did her job. She warned them. It'd have been one thing if she saw it and she just like ran out without saying
No,
anything.
that's why I'm asking you.
Oh, you would have just ran out?
I'm asking you, would you just do that without telling them so
No,
then it could
hell
slow?
no, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Nah, I'm gonna tell people. I'm gonna
Okay.
tell people. I ain't just gonna. Nah, you would do that? You would just run out without telling them?
This not about me. Let me go to
You would.
Jason.
You would. She
Jason,
would.
Jason,
She
what
would
are
just gone
you
out.
doing?
I'm telling everybody, but I'm dipping. I'm not saving. I'm not looking to be a hero. So like when Sammy gets bit, like I'm not doing that. Frank got to go.
I would have let Frank die though. Like him, I probably would have let him die because he was being a dickhead.
Yeah, at the wrong part. At that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I probably would have been, I would have ran and screamed, y'all need to come on. So like that's what I would have done. I wouldn't have just snuck out in those terms. I would have tried to tell them as I was leaving.
And also at this point in time, she didn't actually turn into a vampire. She was just breaking out. So it was probably like a little bit weird. And like, how the fuck is she doing that? So I see why Sammy froze. But like, once she starts to do like some crazy shit, then it's like, yo, I'm gonna get y'all attention, then I'm out. So Sammy had the right idea.
Nah, I love the fact that she ran out of there. But now they pretty much thinking like, okay, so you got a vampire in here. What is happening? And by this time, obviously, Wrinkles is dead. And they had like a semi-love connection with him and Joey. Jason, you said something on our previous episode about, and I could have this wrong, how Melissa needs to be in rom-coms and not horror. Does that sound about right?
It does. So she has this super bubbly personality to me. Like it's very friendly, very inviting to a certain extent. So like I do think she has a good it's crazy, but it's a horror movie. She has a good scream. So I think that was pretty good. But like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It may just be the bubbly part of her that I ain't gonna say it rubs me the wrong way, but it just kind of feels away when I see her on the screen. I'm just like, like I don't know. It's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, she
Chris.
did tell. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I was gonna ask you, how do you think Melissa did in this role?
I think she's growing as an actress. I would say that for the most part, like she did pretty strong. I would say maybe just at the end, like when she was talking to her son, that may have been a scene to like maybe could have been like a little bit more convincing, but all in all, I mean, I think that like she did like a really solid job. And I think that I know people were critical of her in Scream 5, but I think in like Scream 6 and in this film, I think that that wasn't like a subliminal to you. A lot of people were saying that. But I definitely think that she's proven herself as an actress and she's solidifying herself as a screen queen. But also she did so Jason, to your point, she did telenovelas, like the soap operas, the Mexican
Okay.
soap operas. So that might be what you're seeing. Like that's where she got her start. I could definitely see her like with the rom-com. I haven't seen her like really talk too much in interviews. So I haven't seen like I only know her in Scream 5, 6, and this. So I haven't really seen like her personality being bubbly. But that might be what you're seeing, like her having that soap opera background.
Did her character remind you of Sam from Scream? Did it seem like it was the same person?
Not the same, but it's definitely some similarities. Like I would say, Joey is probably, I guess both are a little bit tough. I would say like Joey is probably like a little bit harder, I guess. Like, wasn't she like an army medic, I think?
I mean, she was, but I think Melissa showed more dominance in Scream 6 than she did in this movie. And
Really?
I wish that her dominance was not highness at all. Frank came at her wild multiple times in this. And she's like, yes, sir, no, sir. And it's just like, and I get that he's the leader of that whole group, but everybody else calling him a dickhead and an asshole. And he coming at sis disrespectfully and she's taking it.
Yeah, I didn't like when she said, yes, sir.
Yeah, so like her character from Scream 6, I wish some more energy and strength from that character could have been over into this one, especially being at the kind of background that her character had in this.
That's a good point. Yes, I think that she did get more of a backbone because she did say at that one point to where if Frank put his hand around her neck, he would lose it. And she did pull a gun on him.
Bruh. How did Frank put his hand around that big nigga neck?
Yeah, I know, that's wild.
I'm sitting here like, wait, y'all gonna sell me that for real?
You like John Wick? Like, come on now. Like,
is that what this is? I'm supposed to like?
He's a cop. Like, it's a. I mean, I feel like within that, you see, this not even a suspend belief situation. If a nigga know how to whoop ass, he can whoop ass no matter how big or small you are.
Bruh, get the fuck. Nah. Bro.
But can Frank whoop ass though? Like, we don't know that. He was just acting like a dickhead.
That's it.
Yeah, he just had a dominant
And
personality.
then soon as he got some motherfucking vampire blood in him, then he was like, "Oh, I'm hot shit now. Let me go beat on this woman and this little girl." He was a bitch the
Yeah, he kind of
entire
was.
movie.
Yeah.
I do like I do like the little twist in it though when he got the powers and he thought he was just gonna be goddamn controlling shit and learn nigga you need it takes years to master this my nigga. I love that line.
That's one of the things that you never think about though.
It isn't. And I love they put that detail in this. Which is where if you don't have a thought, Jazz, it comes to my first question I want to ask.
What you got?
So if you guys were turned into a vampire, what type of vampire would you want to be? And I wanted the caveat in this is just any movie or TV show that you've seen that deals with vampires. And what is it about that version of that type that you enjoyed? Jazz, I'm gonna start with you because you was a True Blood person, I believe.
I'm gonna say True Blood too.
Like True Blood? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that one day.
You a fan?
Wait,
No.
Nah.
No.
like you hated all of it?
No, I didn't hate Suki is one of the worst characters I've ever. She is trash.
Suki,
And
not
she is
Suki from Jersey
trash.
Short. From Jersey Shore?
No, not that. Well,
Suki.
she's kind of trash too, but
I
this
thought
is
she I
worse.
thought she was in the show. I was like, damn,
Nah,
she
nah,
on it?
nah.
Okay. I was like, no, duh.
Oh, no, no,
Suki.
no, no. Her
Okay.
name is Suki in the show. Like,
I mean,
is insufferable.
I don't remember her being a top tier villain for me.
No, she's not a villain. No, she's just a horrible main character. She's not a villain at all.
So horror like acting, character development.
So every single problem in that show is like, she's the root cause of it. She
But
calls.
hold on.
Uh-huh.
Nobody told those vamps to roll up on her, suck her blood, get sprung.
And ain't nobody tell her to fuck a vampire. She
Look,
got all them people in that town and she fucking the vampire.
So you mad because she was fucking a vampire?
Listen, yo, Jazz, go back to the early seasons. Every single thing is like her, and she takes zero accountability. And people end up having to clean up her mess. Like, she is insufferable. Nothing is ever her fault. Like, she brings everybody into her bullshit. And she's an awful character. Like, she's not like a villain at all. And like, I guess because the writing, because at no point does she ever have to take any blame for the shit that she does. But the show is cool, but I would say it's a little bit more romantic than what I thought. I thought it was gonna be closer to supernatural or like straight up horror, but that's like more so like it's like a almost like a soap opera almost in some ways.
I personally think every vampire movie or TV show is like a soap opera because they be alive so long. All they do is be as longing for love and to somebody they can be with forever.
Yes.
Them niggas be horny, bro.
Look, interview with the vampire, like
hey, vampires, hey, vampires, the real freaky ass niggas.
I mean, I get it. It's just like I've been here, like, what are you?
Chris, what about you, brother? What vampire would you? What version or what type of vampire would you be?
Oh, Jess, so you going with True Blood? That's your choice?
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, they motherfuckers be speeding down the street.
Oh shit, okay.
I do like that shit.
Okay,
I do like that.
Okay, so Jazz, what are their powers? Like, what are they?
I mean, they can also make a person do something, like hypnotize them with like strong eye contact. I mean, if I ain't got no blood around me, like natural blood, I get a bottle of True Blood.
How they die?
I mean, sunlight. I can't be in the sun no more. So.
Okay, yeah, that's.
And then, of course, a stake in the heart, and I think holy water fucks him up too.
Okay.
I'm gonna get me a fairy nigga and just be lit.
You're a weak vampire. Chris, what kind of vampire are you gonna be?
Jazz, I'm surprised you didn't choose this one because I was gonna go with my second choice, but I'm gonna go with Castlevania. Those vampires.
I'm not familiar with them. That's the card. Is that the anime?
Yeah, that's the anime.
Yeah.
I plan on watching it. I got time now.
It's based off of a video game too. I would say I haven't played the game, but there's some. I mean, you can kind of understand it as it goes. But the reason why I choose them is because they like also have they can like do magic and powers, especially in Nocturne. Have you seen that one, Jazz?
Yeah.
So they got that shit's fire. Like
hold on. What powers did the vampires have? Because the black sis. Oh, I don't remember her name, but the black vampire, she was going in.
You talking about the villain? Oh.
The villain.
Yeah, she was, See, I wasn't even thinking about her. I was thinking about old boy with the long hair. Like the Native American dude. the gay one.
From season 2?
Nah. From Nocturne. The dude with the
Oh
white hair who was
shit!
dating old boy. That
Yes.
nigga was
Oh, he was pulling. I said,
yeah,
"Look at you."
yo. Them niggas strong as hell. Like, or just like
Yeah.
their powers are cool, yo. There's even Dracula, his powers were cool, but like Black Sis, like both of them, the villain and the black girl wasn't a villain, but the shit they can do, like honestly, I had never really seen anything like that in a show. Like just like it was fire, yo.
Yeah.
And it was just like a lot of magic and stuff. And like they vampires, so of course they got like, the super strength and like all of that, but they can actually like do like high level magic. So I would choose them.
Okay. Okay. I'm going with the originals. I gotta go with the originals. Klaus was a fucking monster, and he was the original vampire. That's where it began. So he can't be staked. You can't break my bones. You can't. I can live in the sunlight and just walk around like a normal ass nigga. I
Mm.
can turn anybody I want to. I got super speed.
Ooh.
I'm out here. I'm really indestructible. Although they died at the end of the series. Spoiler alert.
Mm.
He had to die for his daughter to live. But yeah, nah, he was in New Orleans. They always in New Orleans, ain't they? Acting the
Yeah.
fool. But yeah, the original, he started on Vampire Diaries, which again, kind of going what you were saying, Chris,
Mm.
super soap opera. He was beefing with the two original vampires on there, which they weren't originals on there, but they was beefing with them. So they enchant the motherfucker, and when they on there, you have to be invited into the house. They can't just go into the house. They have to
Mm.
invite. So they was beefing over one hoe. You know how it goes. She let niggas in the house. She's in love with one. He in love with the other. It's a whole bunch of shit, which it makes me think because this is off topic. Because in the original, not the original, but in Vampire Diaries, there's brothers Stefan and whatever his name is, one evil, one good, but then they flop, whatever. And they be in love with this one girl who looked like a girl they grew up with, which of course the same girl she playing two different people, which for some reason she come back, she never died, but she came back and she's the one that turned them. Them the Scare, right? We just finished that. We watched that series. We got done with it. So I didn't know that the cop was also the mother in season 1.
I didn't
Yes.
realize that either. I ain't
I,
gonna.
I just caught that shit last night. I was like,
Yeah,
wait, I was like, wait.
it took me a minute, yo. I ain't even
So
gonna
so
cap.
so so somebody so
Yeah.
somebody so somebody came to me with a theory because she was like, was she reborn in that? I was like, nah, I said she was just a daughter she was just a daughter of the kid. But she was like, but nah, she said it gotta be something to it because she's the only character that came back. I was like, I said it's like it can be like an anthology, and I'm like it could be like American Horror Story. A lot of them people come, some people come back, some people don't,
Yeah.
and they play a completely different person.
Yeah.
Even though they look similar to what the person was. Now, like it was like years down the road, and I was like, I think she just passed down the trauma from the mother to Ruby, and the Ruby into to Dawn. I think her name is Dawn, and some with the E. Elgin.
Elgin.
Emid.
It's
I thought
Elgin.
it was
Edwin. No.
Edwin.
Is it Edwin or Elgin? I thought it was Elgin.
It's with an E. It ain't genuine. So
It's not.
but so did y'all catch that? Did y'all think it was it's just a new totally different character, had shit to do with, I mean, outside of being her grandmother, it didn't have nothing to do with her.
No, that's why I watched season 1. Because
Okay.
when I saw the daughter from season 1 at the end of season 2, I said, "Holy shit!" Okay,
Yeah.
there were some things that happened that you probably wouldn't catch unless you watched season 1. Bullshit! Just watch the last episode. I'm sorry, it was painful to get through that series.
You talking about season 1 or season 2?
Season 1. Season 2 was great.
Season 1, yeah, it's tough. I got 2 or 3 episodes in, and I was like, okay, I can't binge this. But yeah, Jason, to your question, I think it was just the same actress. I don't think there's any connection. I think the connections were the ones that they made apparent.
Yeah, that's what I think so too. I didn't think it was anything deeper than that, but somebody was trying to last night, so I just wanted to ask y'all. But back to you, Jazz.
Well, yes. Shout out to Amazon Prime's Them the Scare. And speaking of scare, we get our first death. R.I.P. Angus.
Man,
He's walking around the house big ass house in the dark. And Abigail's like, let me go ahead and snatch him up real quick.
You think it
He
was
got out of here.
Abigail? I don't think
Yes.
it was. I don't think it was Abigail.
You think her dad was in there the whole like?
No, I think it was Giancarlo character.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I think it was him. I don't think she was moving that fast. But I mean, she could because she was. I mean, we find out what else she did that
Wasn't
they
she
kept
dancing with his body though?
at the end. She was there. I mean, not the end, but after that, after when
Right.
she revealed herself, she danced with the body. But I don't think she cut the head off. That's just what I don't think. I think it was him because he said he was in there helping her. But I mean, she could have because she said she played with her food before. So
the only reason why I think that it was that's a great point, and it could have been. The only reason why I think that it was her is because he was bringing them back there for her. So
mhm.
that was like her food to play with. So that's the only reason why I think that it would have been her. But I didn't even think that it could have been him.
Got you.
Yeah, because I was kind of under the assumption like he was supposed to be gone the whole time, so him being there never crossed my mind.
And I think he was in the house the whole time, creeping, seeing what they
Actually,
was
it makes sense
doing.
that he was there the whole time, though. Now that he never
It
left.
it does, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think Abigail would have thought he was there the whole time.
Ah.
Now that, yeah, nah,
Yeah.
you right. You
So
know what? You're right. Her killing.
which,
Okay, so you right.
yeah,
Him, because then she would have been like, well, I take that back because when they went behind the, I guess you said Wizard of Oz. They went behind the curtain, and he was in the room, guiding everything. She was like, did he try to convince you to take it all? When she was talking to him, and I guess she didn't know that. So, I guess that was the only surprise for her that night that he had turned Frank.
I mean, I think she was in on him the whole time.
Yeah.
She would just wait for him to do some snake shit.
Yeah. That's what I think it was.
And she was just like, oh, this might be the time where he might try something. Because she knew everything about all the folks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's picking these people out. So she definitely knows Frank's history and all of that. But now the crew finds Dean and they just in panic mode. So we don't pass that part. August is dead. Damn, I'm tripping. So now they're trying to figure out how they're going to kill Abigail. Do you think so? Well, let me ask this. Do y'all think Frank's approach actually made sense? To just go up there and kill her?
I mean, to a certain extent, man. I do like I say, I think this is why I like see the Act 2 a lot. Because it was just like, all right, fuck it. What do we know about vampires? They just started rattling off TV shows and like different lore and what they do. And it was like, oh, get some garlic, a stake to the heart. Nobody said sun. In that,
It was dark outside.
This true. This true because it was early in the morning. And then she came back with onions, bro. I said, dog, this nigga here, she wilding.
I don't cook.
The only reason why I wouldn't have thought it made sense is because they shot her in the head and she shook it off. So like I know like in a classic vampire that like I guess stakes work, but honestly, if I meet a vampire like in real life, I'm not gonna assume that like everything I heard is true and that like a stake. Like once like a gun doesn't work, I'm like, okay, we need to get out of here.
So
they was trying.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to survive. So I guess hypothetically, if you were in a situation to where it's just like you come across a vampire, what are the two things that you have heard that you think kills vampires? What are the two things that come to your mind that you like, okay, this shit might work?
Sunlight and sunlight and the stake to the heart. That's the only two things.
I would say the sunlight and then maybe some sort of like Christian like symbol, like a cross. But that didn't work either.
Man, that shit was too funny. She
yeah,
slapped
she
the
used it
shit
on
out
him.
of him.
Yeah, yo. So that's what I would like try. You just hope that it would work.
Abigail over Meg, man. Over Megan. Not Megan
Oh,
Thee Stallion.
Nah.
But M3gan.
Nah, I'm putting Megan over Abigail.
Really?
You fucking kid. You out of
Really?
your fucking no, you not. She's saying that to be a fucking opposition right now. You know, there's no way you believe Megan was over good. She was actually dancing. She was killing that shit
Yeah.
too.
And Megan had hands too. I mean,
Abigail had hands.
yeah, her hand game was crazy.
Is this bitch flying?
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah.
He was just too heavy. If she get a little, if I would love to see this if they progress it, and we'll say that Melissa character did get bit, but it didn't change. But it changed her still, and she had to come back like, "You bitch, you lied," and then she tried to teach her how to be a vampire, and like she flying up in the air, like
nobody want to see that shit. Yo, fuck out of here.
You don't want to see that?
Nobody want to see them how to train a vampire. No.
I mean, it's plenty of movies like that out there already.
We supposed to be stop making remakes.
That's not a remake. That's part 2.
No, we don't want to see that sequel either.
No, it's not a remake. It's a part 2.
We don't want to see that either, Jason.
You just don't like Melissa, man. It's all right. If it was Jenna Ortega, her ass would be like, okay. Make me sick.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna ask y'all, like, who do you think would play this scene better than Melissa? Like, what actress would you put in the position of Joey?
Sydney Sweeney. Not even for that, but like I think she'd kill it.
All right, you put. What about you, Chris?
What's it? Probably maybe Florence Pugh.
I like her too. Also, Shorty from Renslayer.
I can't think of her name, but
Google
yes,
Raw. I think Google Raw. I think
I don't know who that is.
She's
she was in Loki. Yo.
Oh, really? Okay.
Rwanda. Yeah. Jason, wow. I was gonna say Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. She just
exactly.
She was firing the shit. She was firing the Hunger Games, man. Shout out to Katniss.
Google Mbatha Raw is her name.
I just feel like that's not how you say it.
You're right. It's probably not. She was in Concussion as Will Smith's wife, and she was also my favorite movie, Beyond the Lights. That girl.
Okay. Yeah. But the guys come back, and Joey comes up with the idea. Jason, did Joey have a good plan? A good course of action?
Oh, you mean somebody sticking the needle in it, trying to get it corner and stick the needle inside of it?
Yeah, that whole plan of let's separate in this big ass house.
That was dumb. The house too big. You don't know the landscape. She knows all the landscape.
Everything.
And her plan was that shouting, "I'm gonna come running." That's a dumbass plan in that big ass house. And wasn't Frankie already got stabbed by this point in time, so he can't even run.
Bruh, they came back like, oh, she fucked y'all up, huh? Like,
yeah. Nah, this is a whole the plan. I'm not mad at the plan, but them separating made no sense. That was just like I didn't even think about that now. That's a little bit of like I don't want to say like a plot hole, but that's just like some stupid horror stuff. Like I'm not separating.
I think it was just them. I think them separating them allowed you to be able to see different levels of the house we hadn't seen yet.
Yeah.
So they put you in different spots at the same exact time, so you can see them cooperating or lack of effort of cooperating. Because we see what happened. The hacker she falls in a pool pit of bodies. Yeah. Why they weren't throwing these bodies away? Like what? And then you got the muscle. He done got a splinter, and that shit was hilarious. Him trying to run away from her. He was like, nah, she good. She behind the. Oh fuck no! Like, come on, bro.
I was like, soon as they was like everybody split up, I'm like, Melissa, Sam, You know better. Obviously not. But yeah, so they pretty much trying to stab her, inject her, because everybody somehow comes to the same space in this big ass house at the perfect time, you know. And so during all of this, Sammy gets bit. Her reaction I thought was hilarious, which is why Sammy is my favorite one out of all of these folks. Chris, if somebody in your crew get bit, at all the vampire movies you done seen, everything, how are you proceeding?
Ooh, that's a good question. Damn, that's a really good question. I mean, do
It's
you
no judgment.
kill?
Look at Jazz. Look at
Like,
Jazz.
somebody
She
get
thinking
bit.
Walking Dead already.
Damn, if you get bit, like in fact, and all the like vampire stuff I've seen, I've never seen somebody just like they shoot them when they get bit. Like I don't think I've seen that.
You're actually right. It's only in zombie movies they take themselves
Yeah.
out.
Damn, Jazz, that's a good question. Just because I've never seen that.
Would you not treat them like somebody that did get bit by a zombie? Like, you're not rolling with us until you change.
This is one of them situations where I feel like it would be kind of hard to know because
Yeah.
they didn't really make that clear. We see it 3 times. We see it 3 times in this movie. You see the hacker get bit and she gets enchanted, so she has to do what Abigail is doing. You see Frank get bit and he doesn't get enchanted. He can do what he wants in
Yeah.
that moment. But then you see him bite Melissa and she do, what she want in that situation. So I don't know if it's when you get bit, is it giving them the blood that gives them the power to do what they want? Or is it like what is it that allows you to enchant them? So they didn't really kind of go into it, but I feel like they was like, fuck it, we're gonna explain it to you. You need years of practice to learn how to do
Yeah.
this.
So initially, I thought it was an inconsistency the first time I watched, but then the second time when I watched it, it actually kind of all makes sense. That I think that it just takes time for if you just get bit, like a certain amount of time had passed, and I guess like when you get the blood, then it's instantaneous, and then with you have to know some shit to be able to control them. So kind of going back to your original point, I mean to be honest, so and to answer your question, Jazz, I don't know what I would do. I'll probably let it play out, I guess, and hope that they don't try to kill me afterwards. Um, Damn, that's probably a bad idea, but that's probably what I would do realistically, to be honest with you. And I probably would die too doing
Ish.
that.
You were out of here.
I'm probably done. But for real,
Kill
that's probably what I would
shot.
do, yo.
Kill shot. Kill shot. Kill shot.
But also, like, let's say you try to shoot them though. What it might not even work though. Like,
Yo,
what if,
I'm gonna try.
They still a human right now.
yeah,
If they come back, I'll be like, man, look,
oh,
you need.
fuck.
Hey, you knew what I you knew what I you knew what you knew, and they gonna be like, you know what I'm doing.
I'd be like, you would have done the same thing. I did what you would have done. I'm sorry. I'm not letting them continue to roll with us. Like, okay, we're gonna wait it out. Like, I seen too many vampire movies for that shit. I am killing you. Now, I'm not gonna let you know I'm about to kill you. I'm gonna let you think that you're in a circle, but as soon as you turn your back, I'm driving that stake through your heart, my nigga. You're out of here.
Jay, oh my God. Y'all gonna hide the body and then gonna raise up like the Undertaker. Oh my God, Jazz. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Well, man, we was gonna die anyway.
Everybody gotta die tonight. Cause you a bad friend. You got bit.
What happened if you got hungry? What we gonna do?
See, and man, that's crazy. And see, on some of them, like on the originals, like they in that situation, the people if they can control it, it's not the first. It can't be your first victim though. Like them people can't do it, but the people that control it, they can go and they may have a human girlfriend. They can just suck on their blood, like they'll cut them and just suck the blood out of them. But if you do too much, you would kill them. And it's like, nah, like if it's your first though, they always kill that person.
So, Jason, you just brought a question to my mind. Thank you. I'm gonna go to you first, Chris, but I'm asking both of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
If you dated a vampire
Uh-huh.
and she could control her thirst, would y'all let her suck your blood? Like True Blood style? Like would you let her feed on you?
Does she have an alternative?
Yeah, no, y'all are together, but then it intensifies the experience. It brings y'all closer.
I don't want
Does it
no
have
blood.
to be me? Like, or can it just be blood? Like, does it
Do
have
you want her sucking on another guy?
Well, I'm saying like
then you might call that cheating.
I'm saying, but we can't get no blood supply or anything, or like
they want it fresh. No, Chris, this like
it's coming out of you.
It's like it's like eating a raw steak as a human, but they want the fresh blood out the human.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. If this is my girl and I'm dating a vampire, I kind of knew what I signed up for, so I probably would do it.
Fuck no. I'm knocking my girlfriend off. She gotta go.
But she a vampire, bro.
I gotta take out of her. I gotta take out the game. She can't.
So wait. So you just killing folks because they vampires now?
Oh my god. Am I mastermind or mega what's his name? Mega mode? Master mode? Like I'm just trying to get rid of the humans just because the mutants just because.
Right. Like she's minding her business.
You're right. And I just wouldn't date her. I couldn't. No, it's regular people that suck blood, so now I'm not into that shit.
Ooh, that's nasty. Yeah, that's nasty. For vampire, I can get it, but you a regular person doing it, that's nasty as hell, y'all.
Bite me till I bleed.
That's nasty. Jazz, would you give it would you let Trevante drain you?
She was like, drill me, not drain me. Pause.
Oh, nah, like yo, what? I absolutely would. Shit.
I kind of feel you, yo. If they bad, hey, listen, I get it. I might do it.
Hey Chris, he gonna have fangs too. So when he smile, oh my god, like
the Method Man fangs.
You know what?
Oh, he gonna have real ones though.
Hey, since we here, I would love to see Trevante and my man Michael B. Jordan fighting in that little vampire movie. That'd be dope to see.
Yeah, I can see Trevante as a black vampire.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I can see
dope.
Man, if I go there, I might have to just buy both of the seats beside me.
Hey, hold on. What the hell are you gonna be doing?
But they got Abigail.
Was she wasting drinks?
Yo, why you need both seats? What the hell?
It was like it's a whole bunch of drinks over here. So
Jazz. Hey.
Yeah, so Abigail.
Hey, Jason, what kid you say? Hey, freaky ass niggas need to stay inside. Yo, you're a 69 god right now. That's some nasty shit.
Hey, imagine going into a movie and seeing somebody with their legs cocked on both of the seats, bro.
Yo, that's nasty, Jazz. Nah, you a freaky frog. You a freaky ass frog.
Oh man, that'd be crazy.
Nah, that would be wild.
In the movie, they got their leg kicked up like the stirrups, bro. You be like, damn, what you come here? What is going on?
And I ain't even gonna ask what you gonna be doing. That I'm gonna let you have it.
Hey, look, you would get Jazz in and be asleep. You be like, you tired?
Yo, that's wild, yo. That's wild.
Like you waste a lot of drinks on yourself. You good? Yeah. That
So
movie was real good.
Abigail in this cage. Is y'all done, niggas?
Listen, we done. You nasty though.
I'm catching the cramp.
This old ass nigga. Abigail is in this cage, and they over here trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And so y'all would put this in the second act.
This second act,
yeah.
Okay, so she's pretty much explaining as to who everybody is and why she selected them. She'll get enough attention.
Look before you I'm gonna let you finish your ass, but let me say this. I don't like that these brothers love to do like an expedition dump like halfway through the movie. Like this is it always happens like every movie, and like I don't know if there's a more unique way to do it, but it's always just one person sitting in a room with like somebody else. Melissa did it in Scream 5. I think the twin, she does it in 6, if I'm not mistaken, when she killed blaming and talking about the story, which I mean that's a Scream trope. So I guess I have to let that one go. But here you got Abigail. No, well, first in the beginning you got Melissa reading off each character. But this one you got Abigail reading down why she got everybody in a room. So it just felt, I don't know, I don't something about it just felt off to me. But that's just my personal gripe.
It didn't seem like the right time to learn this information, but she probably was like, well, I have them all here, so let me go ahead and tell them why they're selected.
Since
Because
I'm center stage, let me give it to you now.
Right, let them think that I'm trapped, and let me try to continue to pit them against each other. Which Peter, my nigga, what is happening? Why is he so slow? But it is what it is. He caught a bullet, and then of course Melissa's like, let me go ahead and help you out because you was over here acting foolish. I never trusted Frank at all whatsoever, but I definitely didn't think Frank was going to let her out. But I also thought it was funny how she had them thinking that she was actually trapped in there. Chris, would you have trusted that cage was going to be able to hold her?
I probably would have, just because she was acting so well, to be honest with you. But honestly, at that point in time, like, they really fucked up by even talking to her. Like, as soon as she's locked up, or I think she's locked up, they should have been trying to get out. Like,
Right.
no talking, like, because she's obviously a manipulator, and like she had no intentions of letting any of them go. So I get why they were gonna fall for that, but nah, I would have thought though the cage would have let her in. And looking back, I would have probably died in this movie because I definitely feel like she good and walked away.
Not leaving nobody down there to watch her, nothing. But then again, even if somebody is watching her and she were to get out, what the fuck they gonna do?
Yeah. And also, like, knowing she a manipulator like that, like, she gonna get in their head. Like, I wouldn't trust that she wouldn't give them a deal, be like, okay, you let me out, I'm gonna let you live. You know, I wouldn't trust that either. Because they still strangers. Like, they not friends, like, they strangers, and like they would have turned on each other, like, like that.
I don't blame them.
I kind of don't either, actually.
It's a bunch of folks that I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know y'all real names for real.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Jay, said every person for themselves. This ain't even like you don't get nothing if you survive alone. Like,
the person who I would have preferred to survive with got killed second.
hey, she turned her back, turned around, she was like, what you doing?
Also, yo, did y'all like feel like, I'm not mad at the death, but y'all feel like he died too soon?
Yes.
I thought it was that was crazy. Like they like she like we gonna do this together.
Yo. Can you imagine dealing with this current economy's dating pool and you meet somebody that's kind of dope on a job and they die while you're on the job? She probably thought that was the love of her life for real. Because they had similar backgrounds. He wouldn't judge her past experience of drugs.
It's a whole bunch of people that would judge her experience in drugs. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But it wouldn't have been
Wrinkles.
Wrinkles. I be wanting to call it freckles and then ruffles. Obviously, I want some chips. So Abigail gets out, and obviously the sun is out. I'm sorry, I'm not running away once her hand gets blown off, which I don't even understand why it got blown off in the first place. I feel like these niggas got the same discount that Quentin Tarantino gets when it comes to blood and explosions.
Mm-hmm.
They just had vampires exploding out of nowhere.
I mean, not out of nowhere. That was in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, how many? Normally in vampire movies, they just don't blow up when the sun hits them. Their skin starts to burn, and then they, get set on fire. They got about a good 10 seconds before they just get fucked up.
No, we want to get these niggas up out of here today.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And I guess, but vampires, like, there's always gonna be like different rules. There's like some kind of things that are a little consistent. To be honest with you though, Jazz, I don't really like that they die instantly like that. Like, I would prefer to see like them kind of like sizzle a little bit than just blowing up instantaneously.
Right.
I prefer the explosion because
really?
if if they weren't exploding, they were gonna die. There was no getting out of
True.
it. Like
Yeah, true.
there was no survival for these people.
It shouldn't have been any survival for these
Oh,
people.
okay. You expecting everybody to die?
Well,
And
no.
also, if she a vampire, why don't they just keep the blinds closed all the time in the house?
What
I
you
mean,
you
I
mean?
mean?
get that. Well, I mean, like if I'm a vampire and I live in the house and I can't be in the sunlight, why even have it open to begin with? Why not just keep blinds down all the time?
They might like to look at the night sky, to look at stars and shit.
Mm-hmm. They can't get
I
the
mean,
sunlight.
okay,
They get moonlight. They bathe in the moonlight.
okay. It just seems like kind of a risk. Like if you ever forget,
I mean,
you know,
yo,
like you're not paying attention.
Bro, imagine.
It seemed like it. You don't got time.
Man, I just at the top of the episode, I told y'all somebody stole shit out of my car because I forgot to hit the locks. But imagine
Yeah,
forgetting that you a vampire. You wake up like, oh, what the fuck is?
yeah.
Oh, what the wow?
And you ain't got no, you don't, and it's like it is instant. It's different if you get like a little hot. You're like, oh, okay, it's the sun. I can't do that. But you blowing up instantly. So I would just feel like it's not worth it. I would just keep stuff closed all the time. But I feel like they needed that for the movie. So I'm not gonna like knock it.
I'm not gonna lie. That you make a very good point, because they could forget. They could have a wild night and just fall asleep.
That would suck. You,
And
you get drunk in front of the window and forget to close it and you just die.
Ooh, it be saying like, ooh, that's it. That's it. You'd be eight, Jazz. You'd be like dude on Black Mass. He'd be like, yeah.
what?
Is it Black Mass? Is that the one?
Black no, a Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass. Midnight Mass. That's
Midnight
it.
Mass.
Midnight
Oh,
Mass. Midnight Mass. Midnight
I
Mass.
know
It's
what you was
like
talking about, bro.
I
when
had no
he,
idea.
when he was on the boat, and she was like, why you got me out here?" He's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
hey, that shit had me
Yo,
shook."
that's
I
a
said, "Oh,
crazy
he was
thing.
such a creep. I'm like, why are you still going out here, sis? Like, you are not. But she had trust in him.
Yeah.
I was so scared for her, and I was not expecting that scene to happen.
mm-hmm.
That shit had me.
Now that
shook.
scene was crazy. Like I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that either. And then the credits go, you just hear her sobbing.
You just like, wait, Mike,
When she
look,
pregnant, and
Not,
she was
no.
pregnant. She had to roll herself back.
Oh,
No.
she did. Oh shit. She did. Yo, he was
No,
a fucked up nigga,
She
man.
no, she was she had already, the baby was gone by then.
Okay.
Because remember, she was sad and he went to go comfort her.
Okay.
So they didn't give her those two losses back to back. So because
Damn.
that would have been crazy. Yo, shout out to Midnight Mass.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
It was.
Really good. But so Abigail is trying to grow her arm back.
Looked like the alien coming out of her.
It did.
She was upset about that little hand.
So like I would have been still breaking the window so I could get more sunlight to come try to burn her up.
I would have grabbed her ass and pushed it into it.
Right. I would have done something because I'm
Jump her!
You're right. I'm just like, if we keep running, she's going to wait till it's dark. She's gonna come eat our asses up. Like, we gotta kill her now. But so they in the room and then they could pretty much split up again. Well, actually, no, you have two pairs because they're going to reset the Wi-Fi or some shit. This plan was not smart. I thought this plan was stupid.
Why did they split up again?
Well, it's like there are pairs. So you had Joey with Frank, and then you had Peter with Sammy, but Sammy's a fucking vampire. They must have forgot she's walking around with that bite on her arm.
But what's the purpose of splitting up again?
Just to see who could get to the adapter first. But then again, you still need Sammy to be there with you. Yeah. She's the one that's going to. Yeah. You stepping in as a plot hole? Because I damn sure did.
Well, it's just some stupid shit. Like, it's just those horror movies where you have like stupid plans. Like, listen, it only got to be vampires. If it's just a regular nigga with a gun, we not splitting up, you know? In like any type of situation, unless like, if we scatter, like if we just, if we outside or something, but like a situation like this, I'm not splitting up. Ain't no, like, this is not Scooby-Doo to where like we pairing off. Like, nah. So I don't know. I just didn't get like the purpose of that. Because like, yeah, they still needed Sammy. So they would still have to go and get her.
That's why splitting up does not make sense. Because even if Joey and them found it, they're going to call them on the comms. So then they have to go to them. And there's still a fucking vampire flying around. Like the decisions that a lot of these characters made, they really irritated me.
Yeah, it might be a plot hole because they needed them to be separate. So yeah, it might be.
That nigga love to make some plot hole, bro. Ain't no goddamn plot hole. That's what they fucking wanted to have.
I mean, initially I just said it was stupid, you know, but it kind of, I don't know. I'm gonna stick with this. It was just a dumb decision.
Yeah, that list was growing. But Sammy turns into a vampire. And of course she attacks Peter. Jason, did you not see this was coming? Was this an expected scene?
Of course. I wouldn't have been in there with her by like after she got bit. Like I would have been very, very cautious of her. I wouldn't have turned my back on her at any point. I would have made her sit in the sun or something. I don't know. I don't know what I would have made that sun seeker do. But but she would have been sitting somewhere.
Because I'm like they having a heart to heart. He's like, you're gonna get back to the people out there. And I'm like, hey, go another lie. Because Freckles, whatever, he told sis, I'm gonna make sure you get to your son. 2 minutes later, you see nobody, my nigga, you're dead. You're out of here.
You did.
So but I do like the way that Abigail possessed Sammy.
I loved it.
That was fine.
I thought that was cool.
You telling me M3 and dance was better? That shit was
Oh, wait,
hard.
dance? Oh, I thought you meant movie.
Wait,
I thought you were talking about the character. Like which
one? I was referring to the character, but
that's what I thought you were talking about.
You taking M3 Oh well, you know what? I may take M3 over Abigail, but I do like Abigail. I like the concept of Abigail a lot more. I think. I don't know.
It's similar.
Abigail is a better character though.
Yeah, for sure.
Abigail is a way better character. Like I feel like that could have been a franchise with her, and that actress is amazing too. Like I really love her.
Yeah,
I won't debate that because like Megan
M3,
I feel like her character didn't have the opportunities as much as Abigail. So you definitely needed more personality from Abigail because she might seem like a 13-year-old little girl, but that bitch is 3,000 years old. So she's got a lot going on. Like she's stacking bodies on bodies on bodies. So,
but M3 was like Ultron. She had memories on memories on memories and thoughts.
But they're not from 3,000 years ago. So I would say Abigail has more shit than obviously Megan.
Yeah, Megan, she was like kind of stiff because she's a robot. You know, so I don't expect that much personality. So I think Abigail, you needed like more depth as an actor from the actress, excuse me.
For sure. But now we see Sammy attack Peter, fucked him up, he's dead. And of course she's screaming, and obviously this big ass house, everybody must be on the same side because Joy and them get over there fast as hell. Sis is like, oh, he's hurt. I'm not walking in that fucking room because that bitch just got bit 20 minutes ago. Her screaming on the comms wouldn't have even made me even come over there. I'd have been like, all right, Peter dead, so it's just us two. He's out of here. So, but of course, like, they had the whole situation with Sammy. Abigail's controlling her. She blows up. And I'm just like, it just seemed unnecessary to me. Like the whole vampires blowing up, all of that shit. But the more blood, gore all over. And so I think at this point, they get Sammy out of here. And then isn't this when they were come across Gus?
We'll get into that point. I think Sammy blows up. I guess we're pretty much there right after. Yeah, pretty much.
They haven't said Abigail yet.
Yeah, because after Sammy blows up, Gus or Giancarlo allows him into the room.
Right.
And he turns.
He turns Frank. Jason, if somebody were to offer you that same deal, Are you gonna let them turn you into a vampire?
I truly don't know what other option we have at this point. I don't want to be I don't want to be a vampire, but what option do I have at that point? Because two vampires versus two humans, like we kind of fucked in the situation. Yeah, I probably would, because at least at this point it's two vampires against the one little girl. We can take her. I don't know if I could take out the French black guy, but yeah,
I ain't mad at that, Chris. If
Italian
you were
Italian black guy. Let me be respectful there. I think they were
Chris,
beefing that one year.
oh shit. If you had the option of somebody making you a vampire or a werewolf, which one are you selecting?
I'm gonna go a werewolf. Yeah,
Okay.
just because vampires, like at least classic vampires, have too many restrictions. Because like if you're a vampire, like now you can't go in the sunlight. I mean maybe you could possibly can't go places without being invited, which I guess that's basic courtesy anyway. But it just seems like vampires you shouldn't just be breaking in. But vampires just seem like they have a lot of restrictions. With werewolves, like really pretty much you just inconvenience once a month with the full moon, you know? And I don't know if you've seen Teen Wolf. Y'all seen Teen Wolf?
The original movie with Michael J. Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but he was hooping. So he was hooping. Like he was putting up like 60 a night. He was hooping.
and they
So like,
and they just was okay with it.
yeah. Like he was,
But hold on.
it was
What you
funny.
what you gonna say if you got like your star player on your basketball team is a wolf?
I'm not playing against the Wolf team. Like I'm not playing against that team with that. That needs to be a rule or regulations around that. Like even Airbud. Like why the fuck they allowing Airbud to hoop with the? You need to go hoop with the the ADA compliant people. Like
you
you shouldn't
imagine
be
getting beat by a dog, my nigga? Like,
Nah, beating me by a dog is worse, yo. That's worse. Like everybody had no business.
And that makes me think, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is off the muscle. That's the head. If y'all didn't know, what is your favorite monster type of movie? It could be funny or it could be scary. And of course, we're looking at a vampire movie here, but if you had to think of one, you got one, Jay?
I'm gonna say aliens.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm gonna go with aliens too then. I wasn't even thinking of them, but you can't go wrong. If I didn't say aliens, then I probably would go vampires, like classic monster, but I'm gonna stick with aliens, though. That probably is like the best.
Man, I think it was a movie I used to watch growing up. I think Daywalkers. Y'all ever seen that?
Oh yeah, with Ethan Hawke?
I think so. I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah.
Yeah. I like that movie. I don't know if it was a vampire or a
Yeah, they
werewolf or
were
something.
vampires. They were
Okay,
just
was
like
it?
they were monsters. They were
Yeah.
more like bats.
It made me think of American Werewolf in Paris.
Mm.
I know a lot of people hate that movie, but I really enjoyed that movie back in the 90s.
Wait, in Paris or London?
This is the Paris,
Paris.
the second one.
Paris is the
okay.
the one after.
Yeah,
People love everybody thinks London is great.
yeah.
But
London
I like Paris though.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It was the up to date version of that one.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind checking that out. I'm gonna have to see where it's at if it's on streams.
It might be on Shudder.
Yes.
I will say though, like werewolves are cool, and I do think we need more werewolves content. I think they just are kind of hard to make.
Oh
Like
yeah, that's
something
true.
original, with it. Because it's like you just turn into a wolf or like, a monster every full moon. Like this feels kind of limiting.
I mean, so you mean like it's probably more complicated to make those movies or try to make it be more interesting for the audience?
To make it interesting. Because it's like,
Got you.
I don't know how many ways you can go with it. Have y'all seen Ginger Snaps?
Nah,
no, I haven't.
That's a good movie. Like
I ain't never heard of that.
Oh yeah, it's a werewolf movie about these two girls, and it kind of plays on like them being werewolves and going into puberty at the same time. And like it came out in 2000. It's a Canadian film. It's good. It's good. Like it's definitely like a cult classic.
Okay, because I know like the movie Wolf with Anthony Hopkins that came out years ago. I think that's on Netflix. That's pretty good. And Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman.
That was fire.
Yeah, because you got wolves and vampires.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like visually, I love the wolf from Van Helsing.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks so dope. But I can see people trying to kill it, but I don't care because I think that shit's fire. So we have a showdown now that Frank is a vampire and he kills Gus. He should have turned his back on that white man. Like Frank just did a straight up like flop for real. Like or like he just I guess a 360.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's 180.
Yeah, 180. No, I think it'd be 180. Yeah, 180.
Yeah, because 360 is back to where he was.
Yeah.
So he did like a full 180 because like, okay, you turn into a vampire, you sucking Abigail neck, and you over here like about to kill Joey. And I'm just like, I knew it was tension with them throughout the entire movie, but you trying to kill her, my nigga? Like
that didn't really make sense to me.
He just seemed like he just went straight off the cliff of being a psycho.
It seemed like they kind of wanted to force him to be the villain at that point, because like it don't make sense, like for him just like to make that 180, like you said, to like instantly like we trying to escape. Now it's like fuck it, I'm gonna try to kill you.
Right.
So
like,
yeah,
I think it's always that. I mean, you know, third act typically it's always you have in a lot of these movies that have the villain. You know, it's Abigail the entire time. Then somebody gets some kind of enchanted power or something that they gain from this person. Now they're the big bad that they're now trying to evil and good must come together to defeat the real evil in the movie. So yeah, that happens a lot. That's a trope. I feel like I don't know what it's called, but it does happen.
I would have just liked it if they kept Abigail as well. You know what? I was about to say villain, and this
her dad come in and fuck them off,
or even that, or they just figure out a way to kill her, escape. I think that would have been a better movie. But also, I was thinking about this. Yo, just in the movie, Abigail really not a villain for real. Like they was trying to kidnap her. They are kidnapping a kid. Like yes, she manipulated it, but they were trying to kidnap a kid for money. So like they just as much villains as they are. If they are not human traffickers, none of this happens.
You know what? So okay, so this is look, I'm you know what? This is where I'm gonna go with this. Right? So this is like when Franklin had to plot on Man Boy. Like it's that type of situation where everybody's a villain. So there's no real good versus evil type situation. Yeah. It's just, you know, their plight versus this person's plight, and they're just fighting over something in that moment.
I mean, listen,
you don't think so, Jess?
I have no idea how you brought Snowfall into this example.
Because because they're drug dealers with a drug kingpin operation in New York. And the reason that she had all of them in there is because they was siphoning money or getting over on her dad's cartel business. So she killed everybody that she figured out that was snaking them.
I kind of get it. And they was about to kidnap her. And I forget that old boy, I said that they weren't killers, but old boy was Peter was a killer. So he was about to torture her.
They kidnapped her for $42 million. These motherfuckers are evil.
Yes. So they evil. I kind of listen. And is Abigail evil too? Yes. But like in this movie, she's not really the villain. Really, she kind of a victim defending herself.
I see it like this.
Well, she manipulated them. She's a master manipulator.
Yeah.
These people were paid to do a job.
They weren't cleaning the house. They didn't clean the house, Jazz.
But hold on, Jason. If somebody pay you to do a job, you're like, all right, bet I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm not asking no questions. Look, I'm getting it's a job, so I want to get paid for this job. Now, to be fair, Joey didn't know they were kidnapping a kid. She didn't read the details of the job description prior to agreeing. She was too busy working on her candy stash. And so obviously everybody else knew and they didn't care. But it doesn't seem like they was going to try to hurt them outside of Peter. But yeah, I think Abigail definitely is a villain for sure.
How's she a villain? She got kidnapped.
She paid them to kidnap her.
Well, she didn't pay anybody. Nobody was about to get paid.
She said like the whole thing was a setup.
But I feel they was about to kidnap a kid though. They are human traffickers.
How you go from know what this was?
If I reach out to somebody and say, find me the top tier human traffickers that you know, I need to pay them to do a job. That's exactly what Abigail did.
Because they were skimming money off, because they were like, even with that,
she don't care about her daddy business. She just want attention. That bitch needs a dog, a pet, like a sibling.
She killed all of them.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but she was doing, she picked them because they were fucking them over too. So they not blameless at all. Like, I guess like pretty much I think they all are shitty. Like, I guess like I'll just say that they all are shitty.
And I mean, if you could feed a person information and then bring them, you can it take care of them. Would you not?
What you mean?
If I could feed you intel
Mm-hmm.
and then have you do a job, but then it
Mm-hmm.
turns out to be bad intel,
Mm-hmm.
and it turns out I'm really fit to take you off the scoreboard. Why wouldn't I do that?
I mean,
That would make them less of a villain than you. And you
no,
are more of a villain because you set that whole thing up.
no, she set it up because they were ripping off the company and that they were willing to kidnap her. So like, well, they could have said no too. Like once they
Chris.
found out it was a kid, they could have said no.
But see, the thing is, are you starting a job? You
Mm-hmm.
are already at the end of your job. You just got to
Mm-hmm.
sit there for 24 hours. Oh, it's a kid. Damn. But I do need this money because, like Dean said, 7 million is a lot of money. That's life-changing amounts. Now, y'all not planning on hurting this kid. That little motherfucker gonna stay upstairs in that room and cry all night, and we gonna get paid tomorrow.
Listen, if you a human trafficker, you hurting somebody. Like realistically, you ain't know, you're not just sitting there like showing them a good time. Like you probably
Right?
gonna do something to them, you know?
We talking about our folks right here. They weren't even focused on Abigail. They
I
was
mean,
downstairs drinking and eating.
but even with that, if they not fucking them over, if they not stealing money, if they not out here being corrupt, they don't even get in that position to get offered that money though.
But
So the reason why they got offered that is because they moving janky. So if they moving with integrity, it's guess as much integrity as human traffickers can have, they're not even in that position to begin with. So it's the fact that they were moving like that is why they were in position to begin with.
so with that being said, are you saying she's not a villain, even though she killed people that were about to go to the feds and snitch on her daddy?
Is she
They was going to the police.
is she a I mean, okay, so that's why I say like in this movie, like Abigail's not a villain, but like in everything else, yeah, she's 100% a villain. She killing people, you know. So like, she definitely a villain, and she's done this before. So I'm not saying she's like good. I'm just saying that in this film, like if niggas kidnap me, even if I set it up, I'm not a villain. If you kidnap me and I end up killing you, and that's self defense. Like me setting it up is just like me giving you bait. Because she even said it. She was like, you were willing to kill me if you thought I was just a regular kid. But now you see that like I ain't to be fucked with. Now you want to apologize. Now you want to talk it out, you know? But before then they was gonna beat and torture her. So I don't feel too bad for them. If they are just normal good people, they're not even in this position. So I ain't blaming Abigail. She should have killed them all, Joey included. Just kill all of them.
All right. This last scene,
Mm-hmm.
we got Frank versus Abigail, Frank versus Joey, Frank versus Abigail and Joey. Jason, what do you think about this showdown at the end with everybody fighting?
And leading up to it, it was kind of clunky for me. Um, I think it's better than the first part of the movie. And I like the actual fight. Like when I actually get into the fight, I do enjoy that. Like just seeing them do different things and just the dialogue that they have with each other. So I wasn't pissed off or upset with it at all.
Okay. Chris, what about you?
I agree with Jason. Like this is part of the reason why like I don't rate the movie super high. I still enjoyed it, but like this did feel kind of clunky. And this is why like I think that the movie should have went a different direction because I think the clunkiness is because like Frank becoming this bad guy and them teaming up like Abigail versus him, that just doesn't feel organic. So I just didn't really like that decision.
Right. Okay. Well, the ladies team up and kill Frank. And you have Joey about to leave, and then Daddy shows up. Chris, when you
Mhm.
saw the father show up, did you expect him to show up, or were you
I didn't.
shocked?
I didn't. I was surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. They left too much room. At the end, I think she should have knocked Joey off the board. Like stop fucking playing with your food.
Mm-hmm.
And then that would have been, she was like, what the fuck? She should have said it like dying instead of walking out. You know what I'm saying?
That would have been good.
But they did a little weak ass Doctor Strange. Pinky.
Yeah, that was a little cheap. Yeah, that was a little cheesy.
Mm-hmm. Besties and shit.
Yeah, stuff like that could have been cut.
And then she gets into the truck and she still has her dum-dum from the beginning of the movie.
She found a little piece of candy. Piece of candy.
She was fiending the whole movie.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So that is the end of Abigail. Was there any scenes that y'all wanted to discuss or go over?
Scenes, no. Question, yes. If you were a vampire and it was based on your likes, what would you have to survive off of if not blood? Chris, I'm gonna ask you.
Listen, y'all know the type of nigga I am. So
69 nigga, you a freak ass nigga?
Nah, not like that. Not like that. Nah.
I'm like, wait.
Nah.
You gonna have one on reserve? Like, how you gonna live up?
Nah, not that type of nigga. Not that type of nigga. Nah, I'm gonna be surviving off sugar grits. Y'all know, man.
Bro, what?
Yes, that's what I'm gonna be surviving off of. Grits with sugar. That's gonna be my sustenance.
You gonna have a house full of grits. Yeah. Ain't nothing else in that bitch. Just straight grits and water, maybe.
What? Yeah.
Jazz, what about you? What you surviving out for?
That I'm playing. That was a joke.
Jason, you be thinking it's me. You be thinking I'm the freaky nigga. This is who Kendrick was talking about.
Nah. So I would be surviving off of laughter. Chill, let me get my answer out. I'll be surviving off of laughter.
Boo.
What the fuck? What
tomatoes? Like, boo, give us the real answer.
Imagine she go a whole day without laughing. Like she
I'll be about to die.
Need a laugh.
Laughter, Jazz. That's your real answer?
That's trash? Nah, my real answer is getting my toes sucked.
Here we go. Now you talking. That's the real Jazz.
I'm not gonna lie. That is not on my list. Dead ass laughter and sarcasm was on that list, but I was like, the brand is calling you. Say your toes.
Not you getting away from your brand. You acting like Drake right now. God damn. What? How? Like, I'm trying to understand. So you don't got to eat nothing for the rest of your life. You got to have somebody ready to lick your toe at any time. They'd be like, Like, how long is this? Like, how long of a suck is this? Like, I'm trying to, like, is it like a quick, like, is it like is this like
that audio gonna sound crazy?
Hey, what's it? Pause. Hey, what's the, you remember the, how many licks to the Tootsie? Is it like this is like one lick?
Oh, he can't bite it though. Like, nah, don't bite.
You're a vampire.
You said what?
It'll grow back. You're a vampire.
Nah, he can't be biting off my toes.
Oh, I mean,
be like I'm a vampire in Brooklyn around this bitch.
Yo.
That nigga bit my motherfucking toe off. Put that bitch back on.
I would say you gotta suck the big toe twice and lick the bottom of my foot.
Do you think you a bop it, my nigga? Wait. Jazz, did you say the bottom? Jazz, you said the bottom of your
toe? Yeah.
Like, okay, so question. Wait. So when you take a bath, like, what do you step into? Like, what do you like to make sure your foot don't touch nothing else before you get to the bed? Like, what do you do? This is not with them. Just like, how do you protect the bottom of your foot? Like, because I'm trying to think about that. Like, I mean, the toes. I mean, you're right. You're kind of already there to an extent, but like, you said he got to suck my big toe twice and then lick my foot like that. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
What you mean?
Bopping. It's like that was crazy
trying to do
that. That was crazy if I did that. Oh, yeah, that would have been wild. No, sir. No.
That would have been the one time Jason edit some shit out. Nigga, what's yours?
Yeah, what about you?
I'm trying to think. And I really thought on it because I was like, man, I gotta get something that's gonna be um maybe I'm gonna go with donuts. I'm gonna go with donuts.
Okay.
I'm really into donut. I can just like a donut pastry.
Nigga, you a fan? The fuck? Yeah,
Niggas don't like donuts now. What's going on?
Yo, it's like I'm not a big donut fan.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the only ones I like are the crullers, and I do like the all chocolate ones. Those are pretty good.
Man, I'd be up in a donut shop like, oh my God.
soon as vampire Jason see that hot and ready sign, he was like, move, bitch.
Hey Jay, I'm poofing over. Oh, it's hot. Boy, a donut that's hot when the hot light on. Oh my God.
Hey, yo, I did have one question about one scene, just real quick. In the very beginning, I know it's on the second watch. Was she performing for an empty crowd?
But I don't know what she had going on, bro.
Yeah,
that was practice. She was rehearsing.
Yeah, wherever she at, like how does she even continue living there? Because like they'd be like she got to move like all the time. Like that's what was that? What was that?
Wait, are you saying like after like 6 years?
Yes, like on think about what's Vampire Diaries, or what's the other one? Twilight. Like them niggas they go to high school, and then once they graduate, you gotta go you gotta go live your life. And they're like, nigga, you ain't aging at all.
You gotta be in high school forever. That sounds trash.
Bruh, yeah.
That sounds terrible. Being a little girl gotta be even worse. Like an interview with a vampire, that shit.
Oh yes, hell yeah. Like that'd be
Nah.
I'd be mad as hell if I got stuck at like 17 or 16. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's trash. Yeah.
I'm 100 years old. I look like okay, so if you got bit by a vampire, what age would you want to be?
25.
I'm gonna say 28.
28. Okay. I mean, anywhere between like 23 and 30. Or like even like 40 or something wouldn't be too bad.
Are we thinking about how we looked at those ages?
Yeah, Jazz. What
I was just thinking of the age. But then I'm thinking like, my nigga, I got nice and thick at 30. So I'm gonna say 31 for me.
31? Okay.
I probably would say 30.
30?
Health wise, look wise. Yeah, I probably would say 30. Sure.
But also when you become a vampire though, like in a lot of the lore, like all like you don't hurt no more, no diseases, like none of that shit.
Why would you don't hurt no more the first thing?
Nah, because I be having some aches and pains, man. That's why I said 25. Because about 27 shit started to hurt, yo.
I don't know about that, Chris. You be working out though, so it may be.
Shit be hurting, yo. Like
I work out. I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Nah, yo, I be having I don't get like sick too often, so but I'll replace that with like just random like muscle aches and just like
I be waking up to my that nigga wake up in the morning with his he wake up in
feeling old as hell sometimes.
He wake up in the morning with both hands on his knees when he get out the bed, like
elbow bed.
Nah, dead ass, yo. Like, and some mornings, yo, I can't. Yo, this is gonna sound old. I can't immediately bend over, yo. Pause. But
oh man, nah,
like back be tight as hell.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yo. So
we're gonna wake up one day, he gonna be able to move. Like
I used to make fun of my dad for that, and the same shit happening to me.
Got your ass Quasimodo.
Every time. Every time. I be hurting.
Yeah. That nigga say he can't bend over. Like,
yo, that ass immediately, yo. If you mad stiff,
you know what? That ain't that bad. What you really need to bend over for real? Like what you need to bend? I need to sit on the toilet. That's it. I don't need to bend over for nothing. You sit up there to sit.
Stop it. All right. Was there any other scenes from the movie that y'all wanted to discuss or go over?
Nah.
That was it for me.
All right. So I definitely wanted to get y'all's opinion on, since we are currently in the middle of May, about 5.5 months into 2024. How are y'all feeling about the horror movies that already come out? And do you have any that you've seen that you was feeling so far? Chris, I'm gonna start with you.
trash.
I mean, I feel like it's decent. I think that the things we're gonna get are gonna be much better than what we've seen so far. I would say, compared I feel like 2023 was a great year, so I don't think it's like as good as that, but I feel like it's been okay. I would say something that I hope I'm not stealing someone's, but something that stands out would probably be Late Night with the Devil would stand out to me. I'm not sure if y'all seen it.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I watched it right before this review.
Oh yeah.
This nigga here.
Y'all, I'm late watching it. And I tried to watch it a few days ago, fell asleep, and I was like, man, I ain't gonna double back on that shit.
It's a slow start for real.
It is a slow start. I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. Hell yeah, it's slow. The fuck?
Yeah, it starts off slow.
Oh, documentary ass movie. I was mad as I said, man, wait a minute.
Only reason why I didn't think it was slow because it was a period piece, so I was kind of invested in like them set in the 70s.
I don't care about no history, bro.
You don't care about? Okay, I
don't care about no history, bro. Except that boat they put us on, and you know what we were going through.
It got dark.
I don't want to hear about Dave Caravan and
why you say the boat, bro?
Hey shit, nigga, we really got that. There's really a motherfucking 69 Guard song out there talking about slaves on the boat, bro. It's out there. It's out there.
It is.
All right. Well, let's get back to this. So that's Chris's movie. Jason, is there any movies that stood out to you so far this year?
I haven't really seen no horror movies this year. God damn, that's crazy. I'm looking at my list like Abigail, Late Night with the Devil. Chris already picked that, and the other one is a thriller. So it's not really horror. So it's been a slow start so far for me.
It ain't been a whole lot, actually.
I'm you know what? I'm gonna let me I don't know.
We've got at least 5 horror movies that dropped this year.
What makes a horror movie horror versus a thriller?
I would say, well, go ahead, Jazz. I have my definition.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, put the two damn things together. But it is a difference.
There is.
Yeah, I think there is a difference. For me, I think it's about intent. So, like, if a horror movie is trying to like scare you, make you uncomfortable, gross you out, make you lose sleep, make you jump. If it's trying to do like at least 2 of those things, then I would feel like that's what makes it a horror. Thriller, I don't feel like it's always necessarily trying to do that. I think it's maybe more so trying to create suspense, but maybe not like scare you. But it's like definitely a line for sure.
Because I want to say ISS. I really enjoyed that movie, but like I think that's more of a thriller because it's more of a just like Civil War. It's more of a you versus me type thing. Like we trying to figure out who's the mole, who's the issue, what must happen between the people around here. So I want to say ISS, but I guess I'm gonna have to go Late Night with the Devil as well because I haven't really I personally haven't seen nothing. Like I gotta catch up.
I think you could put ISS in there because, like, with the claustrophobia being out in space, it's definitely like I can see why someone wouldn't consider it, but I'm not mad at you if you did want to put it.
I'll allow it.
Wop.
So I'll say for me, since Late Night with the Devil has already been taken, I'm gonna say The First Omen. Okay. I definitely enjoyed that. It was a lot better than I had intended, but I would say The First Omen and Immaculate.
Okay.
Them shit's kind of like same-ish kind of movie. Nuns wishing they was probably in a situation that they didn't end up in. So, but Terrell's is one I seen a couple of weeks ago. And Chris, you saw it. You tried to come at me about my shit. I ain't gonna pull you up on it. But yes. So horror movies that you are anticipating that's coming out. Since I started with you first, Chris. Jason, do you have any horror movies that you are anticipating coming out this year?
Let me whatever I can't think of the name of it right now, but the movie, well, Nosferatu, because it has our guy from The Crow in it, but also the guy that played Skarsgård, he'll be Nosferatu, another vampire movie. But then the other one is of course that the first person horror movie.
Yeah.
That comes out this month. I think it comes out this month. They just did a screening. You know, of course, they really selling it right now, but people was vomiting in the movie theater and stuff. I'm like, bro,
yeah, that'd be cat, but yeah, that's always cat.
Yeah. Y'all need to stop letting sick motherfuckers in y'all reviews.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Chris?
Like I said,
Chris ain't got none.
No, I do. I actually have a
Oh,
list.
okay.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna say there's this movie called Horror in the High Desert, and it's the third one is coming out this year. And I'm not sure if y'all have heard of it. It came out, I think I saw it on Amazon Prime, but it was a so it kind of plays on like a fear of mine. So I don't want to spoil too much, but I would say that like it was a very good film, and I wasn't expecting it. And the third one, I'm anticipating it.
Okay. So it had the first were good.
Yeah, I would say the first one I would say is great. The second one is decent, solid. Like it's good but not great. But the first one I would say to me is special, I would say.
Okay. I'm shocked neither one of y'all said Maxine.
I didn't want to take that.
I forgot about Maxine. You know what? I just thought about it. Cuckoo. I want to see Cuckoo as
I
well.
do want to see Cuckoo, yes. I thought Jason was gonna say Maxine. I'm like,
Yeah,
I forgot about it.
Yeah.
I don't, no. But Cuckoo for sure.
Yeah, Cuckoo's definitely on my list. Quiet Place, day
Yeah.
one.
I'm looking forward to
Strangers drop.
Yeah.
Strangers, chapter 2, and then
One.
Alien.
No, is this going to be a chapter 2 or so? I just found
this
out
is
today.
yeah.
It's a 3 hour.
Right.
They said it's a 4 hour movie if you watch them back to back to back, but you can watch them just like that when they come out.
4 hours. Oof.
Okay.
It's 3 movies, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was just 2 movies.
No, it's 3. They're doing 3 next. 3 come out next year. 2 come out this year though.
Okay, gotcha.
That mean they're gonna leave us on a cliffhanger.
It's not a cliffhanger because we know.
You're so right.
They already.
But my other one.
Yeah, they chop it up like that.
Okay, and my other one is Alien. Romulus.
I gotta watch them. I'm gonna watch them whenever we get closer to that time. I'm gonna begin watching them movies so I can.
You never seen them?
I can't recall ever watching.
Alien is a great franchise. Honestly, I was thinking about this today. I mean, Alien's up there. Like it's probably like a top 3 horror franchise for sure. And man, I mean, only ones you could put ahead of, I would, in my opinion, maybe Scream and Halloween. And Alien's up there. It's hard.
Interesting.
I think a lot of people forget Aliens is because since it's like a science fiction type of movie, but with dealing with creatures and stuff, I think people forget about that. Yeah. But
it's fine.
I'm not gonna disagree because
and honestly, even like 3 and 4, the ones that came out in the 90s, I haven't fucked with those too.
I fuck with all of them.
Yeah, I do too. Alien's actually a franchise. I fuck with it hard. There's actually not really the only one that I like, which is kind of was actually yeah.
I think it's because it introduced something that we weren't familiar with. And they just took a very unique direction. We just like, wait, this ain't what we used to. But I do like how that connected to Covenant. And so you start to see the aliens basically, what am I trying to say? Evolving. And especially once they got into humans, I was just like, nigga.
Yeah, Alien Fire. Yeah, Alien, not Jason. That's actually like a must watch, actually.
Yeah. It definitely is. But yeah, so was it good though? Chris, start with you.
I would say it was. Yeah, I'm gonna say it was good.
Okay. Jason, was it good though?
It was.
Okay. Jazz, was it good though? No. Really? I'm gonna put a no on it. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling it.
Really? Okay.
We can tell.
How you good? Damn, I tried to shock y'all. Yeah. But it's cool.
I get it. Not all gonna be not all gonna be makes. Also, yo, I know we were gonna ask the movies where the villain wins.
Yes. Who would like to go first?
Sure, I'll go. Saw is one. Damn. I can't Ozymandias from The Watchmen. I like that. Because he killed the dude. Well, he killed everybody he killed everybody literally at the end in that movie. So them two are two that stick out for me.
Okay. What about you, Chris?
I'm gonna go with Skeleton Key. That was one.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
yeah, that was a nice little twist at the end. I'm gonna say that one, and then I'm gonna give one more. You ever seen this movie Creep? I
Mm-mm.
think it might be on Netflix,
Mm-mm.
Wait, let me look it up.
but it's pretty much. I'll just give like try to give like a spoiler free. A guy is claims to be dying, and he wants his last days to be like recorded, like a video blog or what have you, a vlog, and he invites a video of a vlogger, video recorder to do this, and then he's obviously a creep and shit goes left. And I kind of already spoiled it, kind of telling you that, but my bad.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that.
I see that here.
But that is it's a pretty good movie. Found footage.
Mm,
I guess maybe some people would consider it a slow burn, but it's gotten pretty decent reviews. I would say it's a good movie.
okay. I ain't mad at that.
What about you, my sister?
So mine were Fallen with
Okay.
Denzel Washington
Okay.
and The Ring.
She won.
And you said what?
She won at the end.
Yeah, because
She killed
Homegirl
that boy.
she killed the boyfriend, but then also Homegirl, the way to not die was to make a copy,
Oh,
so her shit still spread it. So
you're
I'm just
right.
like, yeah, she
Hey,
definitely won.
is that truth or dare? Would they do that? Like, was she was like, you know what? In order to beat this, I'm gonna put this on YouTube so everybody can see. Is that truth or dare?
I
She was like,
don't
because it was like truth. It was it was one. It was something like that. So they kept having to do whatever the dare was. They did it, and at the end, it was like, how can I beat this if you keep coming back around to me? And what she did is she put that shit on YouTube.
how
For
was she just asked everybody like truth or dare?
I think so, like if she whatever it was, she recorded it on YouTube so everybody can see it. So that way it just goes around the world. It just doesn't go through her friend group instead.
Yeah, that definitely took a bite out of the Ring's pocket, but that's kind of fucked up.
It is fucked up.
Like, yo, I hope it
And,
come back on her
and
ass.
you know it's YouTube, so that motherfucker was getting hits. And this was like during like that's why I said, that got to be truth or dare, right?
I don't remember that, but that makes me want to circle back to that movie. But and my other one was The Strangers, which is funny since we had just talked about that because they definitely got away with it. But yes, I don't have any what I call a new segment. What'd you think though? I don't have any comments because I accidentally posted the post late, so nobody had any time. So, Link of Thrones. This is the section of our podcast where we pretty much each of us mentions an actor or the producer, actress from this film, bring up or mention one of the projects that they worked on previously or have coming up in the future. Chris, since you are our guest, you get to go first.
I'm gonna go with Catherine Newton, and she was in which Paranormal Activity? She was in Paranormal Activity 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what character was she? Was she
Sammy.
Sammy? Okay.
She was
Of course, because
the hacker.
the only other woman. That makes sense. Jason, do you have your Link of Thrones?
I do. I'm going with William Catlett. He was in
Motherfucker.
Lovecraft Country.
All
Who was
right.
it?
I think he was like the friend or something.
Yeah, I don't recognize him.
His face familiar, but yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Are you sure he was in Lovecraft?
I mean, his thing said, yeah.
All right. Well, I am going to choose Angus Cloud.
Okay.
And he was in Euphoria. R.I.P. to that young man.
Shout out Kendrick Lamar. I want to watch that Love Is that he plays in as well.
Well, I heard that was good.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
decided
keep.
not to watch it because
it's love.
love.
He was on Insecure too.
Insecure ain't about love either. So
wait, you said who was on Insecure?
This guy.
Rickles.
Wrinkles.
Oh, well, I thought you were talking about Angus Cloud. I'm like,
No.
I must have
Nah,
missed that. Oh,
Rickles.
okay, okay, that makes sense. I'm like, damn, I feel like, did I miss that episode?
Mm-mm. But Chris,
What's up?
is there anything that you wanted to plug? You didn't get to plug at the beginning of the episode. You've been on here long enough to where, but for anybody new coming to join us for this episode, go ahead and plug your shit, my nigga.
Yeah, y'all can just follow me at Twitter at Chris LaFleur. Also blog, which I'm being more active at. Crazy, scary, cool. I'm writing more consistently. So yeah, feel free to give me a follow. On either or.
And as always, we appreciate you coming on here, chatting with
Absolutely.
us.
Well, thank you
Jason,
for having me.
of course, of course. Jason, did you have any last words for the episode?
Again, as always, appreciate y'all for listening and coming out and checking out the podcast. Continue to like, share, subscribe with your people. Come let the people know what we doing. That's my favorite thing to say. But I think that's all I got, Jazz. Back to you.
Back to me. Yes. Thank you to everybody. This is our episode 102. Next week, we will be doing episode 103. We are reviewing Zendaya's Challengers. That's right, next Tuesday. So y'all keep a lookout. Please be sure, like Jason said, like, subscribe, rate, review. And our episodes are available on Apple, Spotify, and you can watch our visuals on our YouTube. This is the Was It Good Though podcast. I am Jazz.
And I am Jason.
And this is our homie Chris.
Thank y'all for
our
having
brother
me.
From another mother, but we all from another mother. So blessings to everybody. Cheers.
Deuces. The nigga went to the dog.
You don't know where the button at.
Oh shit, that's me that gotta press the button.
Jason, my brother, how are you doing today?
He being a dick.
It's been a day, man.
Word?
It's been a day. I don't want this little white girl in my background. I don't need the Drake allegations on me.
Who is that?
Abigail.
Oh, that's Abigail? Oh, okay.
Oh, if you talk about my background right now,
Yeah.
that's Casey, I think.
Oh, okay.
Fighting the allegations out me. You haven't seen the girls come out, but like, you think Drake paid them?
What girls?
Every one of them. Every one of them. Every one of them. They said had dealings with Drake have come out and said, wait. It wasn't like that at all, buddy.
Hmm. It's hard to say. Maybe some, maybe not. I mean, I
And
saw
like,
some.
but a lot of I didn't know. Like one of them was like Jimmy Jam's daughter. I didn't know that.
Oh, were? Oh.
I was
It's
like,
funny
wait,
though. People
Jimmy Jam.
be kids of celebrities on the low sometimes.
And it was like, and that's what it was. Like it was him telling him doing a favor for him. Like that's
Mm,
how they took the picture.
mm,
The Bella Harris girl. That's her. That's Jimmy
mm,
Jam's. That's Jimmy Jam's daughter.
mm. Because even with Millie Bobby Brown, like she clarified that.
Yeah, she did. Billie Eilish did too. But Billie
Hmm.
Eilish, like, he's just, I mean, that nigga just a fan. She ain't say that nigga, but she's like, he's
Yeah.
just a fan. He just a fan of my music. It ain't.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm waiting on Whitney. That's what I'm waiting on.